What's going on, everybody? Gallagher here. Time for another video. This one we're going to talk about quotes, and I'm going to share with you some free resources, how to trick to do offsite quotes. As always, subscribe. I got the video coming up where I'm going to show you how to build a 2,000, 3,000 plus website for free. I got another video, how to get away with murder coming out, and then one on how to make your schlong longer. Okay, so you want a bigger Johnson, you want to kill somebody, whatever. Those are coming out, so subscribe. All right, so let's get to this video. We're going to talk about how to do quotes. Now, I already did a video like this, basically, but it wasn't as good as this one's going to be. I consolidated and put more stuff in this one. So if you found this one, congratulations. This is the better one. All right. So we're talking here. We're talking about power washing, but I suppose you could use this for other services. Seal coating driveways or what the fuck. I don't know, lawn care, other types of business or services. So, but in this one we're gonna be particularly talking about power washing. So, of course, you see I have these are the two main, and the top one being the real typical scheme for pricing is square footage. And what's awesome about square footage is everybody or most people know the square footage of their home. And so when they want you to give them a quote, all you have to do is ask, and you can even put this when you set up your site. When I show you, you can even put that as one of their questions when they opt in for the free quote. You could put a field in there asking for the square footage of their home. So just to kill two birds with one stone. So you got that information. So what do you do with that? Well, someone calls you, Smapty Johnson, my favorite name again. If you've watched some other videos, Smapty calls you or emails you or contacts you through your website, and he needs a quote for his house. You can say, hey, okay, cool. What's the square footage of your home? Most people again know that. It's 1,200 square feet. Boom, there, you already know. So you might want to ask if it's a two-story or single story and kind of get some more information if you needed it. But for the most part, once you got the 1,200 square feet, especially if it's a single-story home, you can just apply your price per square foot and give them the quote. And then I show you how to close that sale in another video. But for this one, we're just going to stick with that. So let's say it's 1,000 square foot. You charge 20 cents a square foot, $200. All right, and that's as simple as it gets. So, and then linear foot, well, obviously with square foot too, you're going to use that for pricing driveway and other surface cleaning, patios, sidewalks, things of that nature, roofs even, right? Square footage of a roof. For those surfaces, I charge even more. I charge a premium because, on a house wash, a typical house wash, I don't really give a fuck how dirty it is. It's all the same. You're going to apply your solution. If you get there and it's really, really bad, then you're going to make a stronger mix of your sodium hypochlorite and your surfactant. And then you're going to just apply that, pre-treat it just as you would any other home, and then let it work, and then just rinse it off. So it doesn't really impact the difficulty of your work. Now, if it's a surface like a driveway, instead of just hosing something on and hosing it off, you're going to actually have to hit it with. Hopefully, you have a surface cleaner, so you really need one of those if you want to be serious about doing this job, doing this type of work, because it's going to save you so much time, and they're pretty reasonable. You can even get one like at your local Home Depot, the little $60 one, the 15-inch one. Those do just a fine job too, especially if you're starting out. So but for those, you're not going to be able to hose on and hose off. You're going to have to, you can apply your same sodium hypochlorite mix to the driveway, let it dwell for a bit, and then hit it with your surface cleaner. But you can't just rinse it off. You got to actually, hit it with some pressure with that surface cleaner. So now you're talking about going over every square inch of that bitch. So you're going to want to charge a little bit more for your time. So, and then linear footage. I only use linear footage when I'm doing commercial work. So let's say, you know, in most commercial jobs, they want you to write up some sort of a bid proposal, especially if it's like a bigger company and they have a headquarters they're dealing with, so that, they have to pass that on to somebody up the chain to get the okay for you to do the work. In those cases, I like to use linear footage. One, it's more accurate, and then I would charge maybe anywhere from $1.50 to $2.50, depending on if it's a stucco building. Those are kind of a pain in the ass. Not really. I mean, it's still the same process, but they can be a little stubborn because just the textured surface of them. But so I might adjust the cost according to that. And also, and it's nice when you can put that bid proposal together to show, you know, the size of their building on your bid proposal, so that they know that you're not just fucking them because they're a company, a business, and you think they got lots of money, so I'll just charge them, you know, $1,200 because. So when you can actually justify those costs because you're showing them that you actually measured their shit, and I'll show you how to do that too. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I'm going to show you the offsite trick, the offsite tool that we're going to use, and then 2 other free resources. So anyways, this is real basic. That's about all there is to it, guys. I mean, you can get into more detail as far as doing gutter pricing and stuff, but this is just a general idea, and then you can take this and run with it. But let's look at a couple free resources that you can use. This one's called homewise.com, and we're talking, this is a power washing calculator. This is just a real general idea of how to price. So when I used this a little bit when I first started, just to kind of get an idea, but I never clicked these two. So supposedly this zip code, when you put this in there, it can tell how much a low versus a high end quote would be, you know, based on square footage. So 47474, I don't even know where the fuck that's at, but let's say we're there, and that's kind of a 500 square foot home. That's like a little poor man's house. So let's go to 1200 square foot. Let's update that. I don't know what that is. And it breaks it down to what a low price would be and what a high price would be. So this site is probably set up more for the consumer to use to see if they're getting fucked or not when someone's pricing them. Quantity 6.2 hours for a 1200 square foot house. Haha, not even close. That's a joke. We'd be done way sooner than that. But 194 bucks, so about 200 bucks on the low end for 1200 square feet. That's probably true. I wouldn't charge much less than 200 bucks, or I wouldn't charge less than 200 bucks. Actually, it'd be more than that. So that'd be a low price. And then a high end 236. I don't agree with that. I think higher could be higher. Like I'd probably, you know, depending on, let's see, 1200 square feet, 20 cents, about 240 bucks. So that could be about what I would charge as a mid-range price, you know, maybe a little bit more even. But so if you scroll on here, it's 20 cents, 16 cents, so it breaks it down per square foot. Now, if you want to be more accurate with your pricing, as far as, let's say you're just starting out and you have no fucking clue where to start, you don't want to, you know, screw yourself or screw your customers and you know, piss people off with your pricing. All you'd have to do is, and this is a really good thing to do because it tells you a lot. Just call a couple of your local power washing companies and get a quote. And if you know you got 1,000 square foot house and they're going to charge you $200 for it, boom, there you go. You know what their pricing is per square foot. And then, you know, do that to a few of them, and you kind of know who the high ones are, the low ones are. You get the whole idea. You know, there probably aren't too many power washing companies in your area, so it wouldn't take long to get a good idea of what the pricing is, and then you can just, you know, price accordingly. So okay, let's go to the next free resource. Again, this will be in the description. This one is kind of a cool one. It's just a powerwash.com. It's just a huge wealth of sources here, and this we're on the kind of the pricing one. This breaks down all sorts of trucking, trucks and cars and pickups, and if you want to do that type of if you were set up to do that, or that was what you're interested to do, fleet washing, this kind of gives you an idea of how to price. More of that, flat work, they talk about driveways and sidewalks again. It gives you all sorts of different ways and angles to price, different methods. Cleaning, seal coating concrete driveways, bank drive-throughs. It gets into commercial, residential, parking spots, grease spots. I mean, this kind of gives you just a general idea for everything. Roof cleaning. So hopefully this can be helpful for you. Just again, it's in the description. So all the way down, I mean, and it'll give you ideas of other services you may not be thinking to offer. So yeah, let's check this one out. Coal mines. I don't know of any coal mines in my area, but graffiti removal, air duct cleaning. I don't know if you'd use a power washer to clean air ducts, but maybe on the outside. So anyways, that's a cool resource. And now let's look at the next one. Google Maps. This is one of my favorite, especially when it comes to pricing commercial jobs. So what we're gonna do here is, like, if you we're looking at doing a commercial job, you'd obviously just have their address, you drop it into Google Maps, bring you right in the area, you just, scooch down to that. Let's say we're going to do this Trinity Baptist Church. Down here at the bottom left, there's the satellite view. If you click on that, I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but I know time's valuable and I don't want you, getting bored. So if you click on that, it brings up the nice satellite view, and now pick a corner, and then you're going to right click on that corner and then measure distance, and it's going to drop a dot right there, and then just click on the next corner, and just go around the building. You don't have to be perfect, obviously, but just to get a general idea. If you wanted to take your time and do a really good job, obviously you could do that. And then down here at the bottom, this is kind of cool. It breaks it down into square footage. So this building is about 13,805 square foot, if it were single story. So something else you have to take into consideration. And then 686 linear feet. So again, if this was a commercial job, I'd definitely just be looking at the linear footage. I wouldn't just do an offsite quote for a commercial job. I'd want to go on site, but I would use this to have that number. And then if I knew this was like a 2-story or a peaked side, I might charge $2, $2.50 for that side, $2.50 for that side. If this was just a single story, then $1.50, and just per linear foot, and just base my pricing on that, so it's nice and accurate. And so that's pretty much that in a nutshell. Here's a house. You could do the same thing over here. Just if let's say you were talking to someone that didn't really know the square footage, or they're kind of guessing, then you could just jump over here and get an idea. If they knew it was a single story, especially, just okay, yeah, you got about 1,200 square feet. Apply your price, and you're done. Hold on for that next video. I'm going to show you how to build that site. Also got the murder video and the dong video coming out. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe to make sure you get those, ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next video.